to yet another exciting episode on Agri Talk today. Yes, it's your girl Mukunda Wengoda, aka the Manikalenjuo, and today we are in Marondera. Wow, always a chilly weather in Marondera. That's why some call it the Little London. And today we are at Mr. Patrick's farm, where he's going to give us any insight on the tobacco farming. Guess what? It's that season again, that season of the month where we are getting into the flow and marketing of tobacco. Mr. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Thank you so much. So, Mr. Patrick, kurukutonoraga kuno kumarondera.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yes. Yes, getting into it, can you kindly brief us on the operations that are taking place at your farm?
Yeah, on current operations that are taking place right now is I'm on reaping. In fact, let me start with the days that I planted this tobacco. Started planting on the 12th of September, and the variety that I planted is 70. About two lines, yeah, the hybrid and early maturity, and this is the medium to early maturity that I planted from the land 1, and then down there I've got the land 2, and this land contains about 5.5 hectares, and the other land contains about 4.5 hectares. So I started planting my land 1 on the 12th of September and finished it about 22 of September. That takes me about 10 or so days, because I've been fetching oil water using bowsers by tractor. So basically on planting I use basal compound IC. There's 22 grams per plant, plus 4 per side, and then I use the cap number 5 for on top dressing, and then after 3 weeks I then applied nematicide, the chemical that we call venom, and then it goes there. After a month or so, that's when I started to rewater. It needs about 4 to 5 weeks after planting without watering. Then I had to rewater in about 4 to 5 weeks. Then after watering, I then go to second application of my top dressing. That was AN. I used cup number 2, and then cup number 5 of calcium ammonium nitrate. That's what it's called CAN. And then that's when the rains came. And then on tilling the weeds on the line, I used what we call sulfentrazone and S-metolachlor. Those are the only herbicides that I use to take care of weeds and stuff.
Okay. So apparently from the information that you have given us, have you encountered some certain diseases?
Yeah. In fact, I'm having a challenge on angular. It's usually caused with plenty of water, because my land is a bit wet. So as what it is, though, I have to use to cure this. I have to use maybe copper and sky, fine cure chemicals. That's what I have to use.
Okay.
But with the rains, I cannot apply them because it's pointless.
Okay.
There's no use, because if you just spray them, then the water will just come and then wash them away.
All right. From the information you're giving us, have you been going to school, or did you study about tobacco and decide to say, no, this time around I have to do this? Or it's just out of passion?
Initially, what happened is my late father was a farmer. Then he was into farming. Then from there, we used to have a small piece of land. That's what he used to do the farming and stuff. And then from there, that's when I just get my interest to do the tobacco, and in fact to be in agriculture.
Okay, so why tobacco, Mr. Patrick? Of all the things that we have, the crops that we are cultivating here in Zimbabwe, when it comes to our own agriculture, why tobacco?
From the crops that we have here in Zimbabwe, that's usually what we basically plant in Zimbabwe, or what we grow in Zimbabwe. Tobacco, I see it as the most paying crop, especially when I'm comparing to my cash crops. Tobacco is the most paying crop.
Okay.
That's why I choose tobacco. Of course, after tobacco, I do some horticulture. I go for green maize, cabbages and stuff, but it's just supplementary for the next season. But basically, tobacco, that's my thing.
Okay, so you mentioned something about tobacco paying out of all the other crops that we have at the moment. So does your income that you get from tobacco affect some of your decisions, some of your decision making at this farm?
Some say, I can say it's 50-50.
Okay.
Because looking from what we have, I do these things. Self-funding, I'll be paying my labor, everything that I do, I'll be using US dollars.
Okay.
But when it goes to the market, it is 70-30. The 30% is part of my profit, you see. And then when I get those local currency, it's not helping that much for me to push up to have another hectares if I need to increase. So henceforth, I need like to buy another machineries. I end up applying for USDs and it takes long. My planning will not go as I wish.
Okay, so here at your farm, do you have other supplementary, other agricultural practices that you're having here? Probably you're having some cattle, or cattle range, maybe maize or something else.
Yeah, I've got cattle, yeah. So that's the one that usually support my crop.
Okay.
Each time I do myself, I have to increase maybe my cattle with maybe 10 or 15. If I have a challenge, I just get some and then tackle the problem that I have. Then maize is for the labor, for just consumption of
all right
people.
Okay, thank you so much. There you have it from Mr. Patrick. We are still in Marondera. Dear viewers, continue tuning in. I'll see you in the next segment. Dear viewers, welcome to your second segment at AgriTalk today, where I'm still joined by Mr. Patrick at his farm. Mr. Patrick, welcome back.
Welcome back, Mother.
Thank you so much. So, Mr. Patrick, AgriTalk has been moving a lot, and we've met a lot of different tobacco farmers. This is my first time seeing such a structure like this. We've seen rocket barns and stuff, but we've never encountered such a structure like this. Can you please kindly elaborate for our dear viewers to understand and know this new structure?
All right, thank you. This structure, we call it Chigafa.
Okay.
Yeah, it really helps a lot, especially when you have your curing facility if it is limited, or if you don't have enough curing facility, we looking at what you have in the field. It helps in the sense that it can keep your tobacco for 4 to 5 days. Some they say it's a cold coloring, but looking at the time of the season right now, it's not yet cold, so it gives you good results. You can't give something like cold coloring sponge that you can see when you get it to the grading shed, or even when you move it from this point to the band. So basically, what the criteria that we use on this Chigafa is we get our tobacco from the fields, we put it in here in Chigafa. It stays for about 3 to 4 days, even up to 5 days, depending on the leaf size. And then it colors, it gives you a wilting stage up to 80% of coloring, and then you take it from here up to the bun. In fact, if your buns are loaded and in the fields you still have some over-ripened leaves, you can just take them from the field, you put it in here. It's more like a waiting stage after the buns. So it really helps.
Right. Mr. Patrick, ndimere makagadzira chiro ichi? Did you invent this? Did you construct this? Ndimakachigadzira ere? Or there's someone else who came to do this for you? Who initiated this?
Yeah, it was a help from a friend called Alex Makai. Yeah, he's the director of Atlas Company. He's the one who came up with the structure, with the plans and everything. In fact, he's the one who invented this.
Okay.
So he came and say, Patrick, I think you should have this structure, because with what you have in the field and looking at my band capacity, that won't help anymore.
Okay.
So he had to get the structure for me. And then this whole structure carries up about 4 hectares. So looking at my barn capacity, they take up to 8 hectares. My land is 10 hectares, and then the Jigafa carries up about 4 hectares. So then it means all in all, I now have structures that can carry up to 12 hectares. So I'm home and dry if I'm using this thing.
Okay,
Looking
so
at my
okay, so are you looking forward to having more chigafas here at your farm?
It can be extended. I'm even extending up to 50 meters.
Okay.
It's more like 15 meters going down there. Then next season I think I can extend it up to 30 or so, depending with the hectare that I'm going to plant next season. But it really, I think some farmers, they should take this into consideration because it really helps. Especially when it comes to time like this, and the rains are going on and on and on, tobacco it won't stop to ripen.
There you have it, our dear viewers. What are you waiting for? Construct your own chigafa. Welcome back to your exciting show, Agri Talk Today, where I'm still joined by Mr. Patrick. And now we are at the segment where he's going to tell us more about the curing stage at the curing barns. Mr. Patrick, welcome back.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I would want to understand, or dear viewers would also want to know, if there are any specific methods or factors that you consider when picking these leaves.
Yeah, they are there. Like you've seen when we had fields, like we start to reap from the bottom going upwards, and then we go on reaping on 2 leaves per each plant, and then on station, as you can see, each station I have 2 to 3 leaves depending on the thickness of the leaf, but mainly they have to be 2 at every station. And then we reap our leaves. We put them into Jigafa. When they get up to 80% of coloring stage, we then take it from the Jigafa. We put it in here in the barns, and then we start with low temperatures, starting with around the 28, 30, up to 32. And then you adjust in 6 hours time, and then you go up to 100% coloring. As you can see, it's now almost on 99 point. And then I'll start fixing the color, and then I'll raise up my temperatures up to 35 degrees for about 8 to 12 hours, depending on the thickness of the leaf, and then on the wilting percentage. Then you'd raise your temperatures accordingly. And then on management of the labor that will be doing the work here, it's a 24-hour thing. They go for 8 hours, 8 hours. So we have 3 teams that come to control the temperatures there.
Okay. Yeah, I understand you have mentioned about the 3 teams that comes to check on the leaves. So, Mr. Patrick, kindly highlight to us how are the day-to-day basis or day-to-day routines in the curing barn.
All right. What they do is they set up at 8 and finish. In fact, in the morning they set up at 6, finish at 2, and then someone at 2 up to 10, 10 up to following morning, and then I'll come to check time to time. Usually I do my cross checks at 2 to 3 hours time.
All right. Panapa parikupisa patakamira panapa. Can you kindly explain to us what's going on? Where is the heat coming from, and what's its effect here?
All right. Yeah, the heat is coming from the furnace.
Okay.
So you can see there.
All right.
Then it goes with the flues inside. Then it provides the temperatures inside. And then my temperature control is, we check with my thermometer here. Now I'm at 40 degrees. Trying to fix the color so that it will maintain this yellowish color, and then when it's dry, it turn to gold color or orange style. Yeah.
All right. So are there any certain challenges that you're facing here?
Yeah, it rains like at the field. If rains are like this, the temperatures, when you want to raise the temperatures, they won't go up. It will be raining. The weather is something else, and then as you can see, the water can flow into the fireplaces, and you won't have enough heat to raise up your temperatures in the barn.
All right. Yeah. So even on the fields, when we're in the fields, I understand you still have some waste that you have the remains after the whole processes. So how do you minimize this waste? Do you minimize the environmental impact caused by this waste?
Yeah, we have a pit where we drop those waste there, and some waste on tobacco we basically put them in the curing facility. They dry at the bottom, as you can see. Those are left. You can even spread it in there. You dry it in there, and then you take it to the shelf. On tobacco, you don't usually have waste, but you know if you have some waste that you can see, they cannot be helpful.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So on average of 10, how are you rating your tobacco this year?
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. So we're going to fish a lot at the floors, right?
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Just a funny joke. Thank you so much for joining us on this segment, dear viewers. Stay tuned. Welcome back, dear viewers, to yet another exciting episode, and we are in the final segment of Agri Talk today, where I'm still joined by Mr. Patrick at his farm. Mr. Patrick, welcome back to the show.
Welcome back, Marondera.
Thank you so much. I understand we are now in the grading shed.
Yeah.
Yes, kindly take us through the whole grading process till you now say our tobacco is now ready.
All right. On our last segment, we were at the banks, at our curing facilities, and then now we're at the grading shed.
Okay.
We take our tobacco from the curing facility, that's what we call our banks. Then we take it up to here in the grading shed. We untie it. When we use it, like you have to see it when we advance, we use these clips.
Okay. Yeah.
When it goes, when you dry up the tobacco and clip it, and clip our tobacco from these clips, we put it here into the stacks where my graders will take it there and put it in into certain stages where we have the good quality, second, third, up to the last quality that we have that I produced from the bank. So as you can see, from that point, where the people were doing the work and there are different styles.
Okay. Okay.
After that, there are the guys who are tying, we call it maduk. After
All right.
you put your tobacco into the grade. Then from the grading shed, we then go to the segment where we are processing it up to the belling box and bells, and then from there you pay for the market.
Okay, so I understand in every stage yekunoku tobacco you face some different types of challenges. Kunoku kuma grading sheds mukusangana nematambudziko akaita sei?
Yeah, basically on this grading shed, I'm having a challenge. My grading shed is small.
Okay.
I should have some grading tables like this. But if I implement this system in this grading shed, then the grading shed will be very, very, very small. So finance, it has been a challenge to me to expand this grading shed from my previous income last year.
Okay, thank you so much. Now I understand that there are some latest advancements that have been taking place in the tobacco industry. How are you staying updated at this side?
Yeah, we go. Yeah, usually we use the social media, internet, and yeah, there's only ways of getting information when I'm like this.
Okay. Thank you. Now I understand that our own government, the Zimbabwean government, have been, being involved a lot in the tobacco industry. They have implemented a lot of innovations and trying to help the tobacco farmers. How has that helped you? What have they implemented that you can gladly say that we have been helped?
Yeah, the government have helped farmers. Not talking of myself only, but all farmers, even those who do tobacco, maize, and other crops. We have been having some tractors from the agri bank, that's AFC, and we have my loans that you can get as well from agri bank. And then some of farming implements, we're basically getting them from agri bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you also mentioned something about Madumeni, coming this side to educate you. How is that helping you as well?
Yeah, especially with the change of climate, we are having kind of diseases, and yeah, we are being kept updated. especially on new things that have been like diseases that are being erupting each and every year. We are being updated. Like last year, we experienced this transport that has been caused by sun. At first, I thought it was there is a disease of we call a sting bug. And then when I take it to the agronomists from TIMB that we have been provided with the government, they said, this has been caused with the sun. It's not what you think. So the government has been helping us with the educated agronomists who have been helping us from time to time.
Yeah. So, Mr. Patrick, this is the season that tobacco farmers are much interested in it, and I understand that you are busy because the floors have been opened and the auctions are taking place right now. So, have you visited the floors yet, or you are yet to go?
Yeah, I visited the floors on the opening day on the 60th. Yeah, the 6th of this month. Yeah, and I did take about 2.1 tons for the floors. And of course, those were my lower rates, and then I get the average price was not bad. Yeah, but at least we should have a bit increase on price.
Oh, okay. So after visiting the floors where the auctions are taking place, would you kindly say, or would you gladly say that we are excited or makaratiza kugutsikana nezviri kuitika kuma floors?
Tobacco industry, it is what it is. You won't be that 100% comfortable with it. It's more like you'll be reading between the lines, 50-50. Yeah, that's much I can say. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It was not that good, and it was not that bad. It was of average. Yeah, since they just opened, maybe they'll raise the prices as well.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So we can say that you are looking forward to the next season.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we have got viewers who are watching you from Zimbabwe and who are also beyond the borders of Zimbabwe who are watching you right now at AgriTalk today. What is your word of encouragement? Probably we have got someone with a very small piece of land who wants to engage into tobacco farmers. What could be your word of encouragement?
Yeah, if I'm looking at tobacco, tobacco is a good crop and it's a nice crop, and it's a nice crop when you do it in the right way. Tobacco doesn't need shortcuts. If you do shortcuts whilst you're doing tobacco farming, then the result it will be a shortcut thing as well. Once you do your thing in the proper channel, you implement what is needed, you provide what is needed, you do your things in time. If you have a small portion of land that you want to work on, make sure you do it in a proper way. Tobacco is a very good paying crop. Yeah, definitely.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. It has been a pleasure having you today on AgriTalk today. Yeah. Yes, there you have it, dear viewers, from Mr. Patrick and myself, Marvelous Kuzinya. So, Andy, Tinori Mafojga, Iwe Urukumirire, what are you waiting for? So don't forget to like us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, and like. Thank you. Viewers, we are still at LandFarm, where I'm now joined by Mr. Chiwaya, the farm manager. Mr. Chiwaya, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Chiwaya, I want you to take us through some of the challenges that you have been facing at LandFarm.
Thank you very much. We have had quite a number of challenges at LandFarm. Some particular to LandFarm, some which are general to all farmers. In particular, as an upcoming farmer, we have had challenges, especially in accessing funds for production. These are not easy to come by, and we have also had challenges of high input prices, which in some cases, especially if you look at fertilizers, as you get into the production season, the cost of fertilizers rises from around $30, $35 to maybe $45 a 50 kg bag, which is quite a challenge. Another challenge which we have been facing, especially as we were trying to increase our area under production, is the mechanization.
Okay.
As you can see, we have only one tractor there, but our land capacity should be able to carry 2 of those 100 horsepower tractors.
Okay.
But we are limited to one. And sourcing such a tractor is not cheap. They are coming at around $21,000 a unit.
Wow.
Which a semi-commercial farmer is unable to access. If you try to access those through AFC loans, I will probably not get an appropriate tractor, and maybe they are out of stock.
Okay.
So those are some of the challenges, and of course, in terms of labor, the labor costs have been a bit high.
Okay.
Start of season, we were looking at paying a laborer maybe $3 for a working day. Now that has doubled to $6.
Wow.
US dollars. Labor always demands USD, they don't normalize. So labor scarcity has been a challenge. If you were in the shade there, we should be working at times to that labor. We are hard to find. Those are some of the challenges which we have faced.
All right. Interesting. So what is your word of encouragement? Let's say there is another farmer out there who is looking at you right now, whether in Zimbabwe or abroad. What would be your word of encouragement?
Yeah, farming is a business, and if you are looking at going into business, it's an opportunity at the moment in Zimbabwe. The government is, to some extent, supporting farmers. And, land is plenty, and you can get land. So if you are really looking at a way of livelihood and a business opportunity, farming is a good way to go.
All right.
It might be difficult, but there are benefits at the end of the day.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Mr. Chiwaya, for coming through to AgriTalk today.
Thank you very much.
Yes, there you have it, dear viewers, where I was at LandFarm today, where we have learned a lot and we have unfolded a lot in tobacco farming. So stay tuned, stay connected to AgriTalk today and stay learning. Thank you.